Good morning and welcome to the Lara Cricket Academy. It's a lovely Saturday morning here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to see the action between the Leeward Islands, who has not been playing that great in this tournament, but I'm sure the experience would leave the players much better at the end of it. And they're coming up against a very powerful USA women's team that is so far unbeaten. Yesterday, their game here was rained off. Other than that, they had a 100% record. And looking at the tournament so far, it seems as if they could be the ones posing a serious threat to teams like Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. So this morning, we are going to see the U.S. against the Leeward Islands. Let me say good morning to the former Trinidad and Tobago strike squad defender. And that's the man Sid Gray in his second role now as a cricket commentator. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning, Vinny.
And Sid, of course, is with us as an important part of Cricket 360 and the commentary team. We'll be here to take you through both matches today. Remember, there's another game that is going on. Well, rain has affected that so far, and that is across in Diego Martin, where Trinidad and Tobago are coming up against Jamaica. So the news from pitch side is that the United States, they've won the toss and they have decided to take first strike. In most of the games, said they have been bowling first, but you know, as the tournament progresses, you want to be able to bat first or even chase as the conditions will dictate. So they want that opportunity to bat first as well to see how it goes.
I think they want to bat first to get their run rate up. I feel, because I think they seems to have the capability of chasing.
Yeah, they've shown that so far in the tournament. The fast bowlers have been very good up front. So it's going to be Warner from the far end. It's going to be Warner from the far end to open, and first delivery. Good line, just outside the off stump. And former Tobago fast bowler is sitting next to me, Sid Gray. Sid, a good start there from the fast bowler.
A very good line. Line and length. They need to concentrate on the fourth wicket. Keep it very tight.
It's a short down the leg side. Immediately signaled wide by the umpire. So just losing the plot there a bit, Warner. Paul looking to open up to access the onside. She failed to make contact, but they're off and running, one without loss. So not many people in here at the moment. We have some of the parents for the traveling US team. They're in the stands to our left. They've made themselves very vocal and noticeable. But on the domestic scene, what we've seen in this tournament so far, the locals are only coming out in numbers when Trinidad and Tobago play.
I think we'll try to get the locals to come out and watch more games.
It's just driven away beautifully through the offside for 4. Over pitch delivery, just leaning on to that was the left-handed pole, and it goes for 4. Yeah, I said you were making the point.
I think we need to try to get the locals more out to support the young ladies. I think they need the support.
Good delivery there. Good shot, over pitch delivery. Sid Gray is making a call for Trinidad and Tobago to come out and support good cricket. This is West Indies cricket at the end of the day. It's 5 without loss. Much better by Warner. A bit shorter. Not going into that range where Paul can drive. But this US team has impressed so far in the tournament.
I think that they will be a bit disappointed of the game that called off yesterday, because I think they see themselves as having the full points yesterday.
Yeah, they did make a good start, getting 3 early wickets. Pulled away nicely for 4. Bad bit of fielding there down at the backward square, and that's into the boundary for 4. So the score is now 9 without loss, as you can see from the replay there, Sid.
Yes, that's a lovely shot.
Pull away nicely for 4.
Feeling there.
Bad with the fielding.
So these young ladies from the Leeward Islands, I've been looking at them, and there is obvious talent, but they need to harness that talent.
I think in time to come they could be a good unit. Just they need to play a bit more cricket.
Yeah, and that's always the challenge, getting matches for these ladies. Down the leg side, and that's signal wide. So this over is a very long one here, Sid.
Very long one. So you need to keep the ball on the... Stop shearing down the leg side.
Yeah, so she just needs to work on that. I think what she should do is try going round the wicket. Change up the angle a bit. Oh, that's much better. That's a Yorker line delivery.
That's a great delivery.
Yeah, that's the end of the over. The end of one, it's 10 without loss. So a good first over there, Sid Gray. 10 runs coming. A good start there by United States.
I think so. Yes, it's a very good start. I think they'll need to keep it up to keep their run rate very high.
It's a new over. Delivery on the lengths. Played away down to mid wicket. Badri Raj. Difficult name there to pronounce.
Very much so.
It's not as easy as Sid Gray. So Clayton down the leg side, another wide, and this time they'll go for 4, so that's 5 wides. The Leewards doing themselves no favor here at the moment. By the way, both opening bowlers have started.
But wides.
So Claxton hasn't bowled a legal delivery yet, just yet. In fact, yes, after one legal delivery, she has conceded 5 runs.
Much better line. That's the line she needs to be concentrating on.
So congratulations to the Trinidad Cricket Board and Cricket West Indies for the way they've organized this tournament. Everything has run smoothly so far. All reports, the girls are very happy. This one makes some height. Better delivery there, since she's taking away the drive from Baduraj.
And that's the line I think she should be concentrating on. Keep it right there. Make her play at all the deliveries that seems to be at the number 4 stumps.
Mm-hmm. That's a 4th stump. That's a stump Sid Gray would have concentrated on playing for Tobago. Better delivery again. This time they take the opportunity for a quick single and they're home. So again, these US players, some of whom have gone on to play for their senior team, they're really showing that experience.
And that's why they are top of the table.
Yep. Trinidad and Tobago will be looking to have a say in that. They're also unbeaten. But yesterday they were inactive. Pretty soon we should get an update of what's happening across Indigo Martin, where Trinidad and Tobago are coming up against Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago being the defending champions.
Well, we have to thank for this nice weather in the Southland.
Yeah, and this drainage you would have seen yesterday. The drainage is excellent at the Lara Cricket Academy. Better delivery, much better there by Claxton.
That's a great line.
But both US openers looking very comfortable at the moment.
Very comfortable, but I think the line, they need to try to, I am not saying to do anything silly, but I think they need to keep their run rate very up, much more, keep it.
So it's up around 8. Bit too straight, but Medon comes into play. There is no run. So Claxton finishing well after conceding those 5 wides. She finishes the first over, giving up just 6. At the end of 2, we take a short break. The score is 16 without loss. So we've seen the end of 2 overs, and the score is 16 without loss. Good start here from the United States. It's going to be Warner to continue from the far end, the southern end. That's a bad delivery and not taking advantage of it. It's a no ball because it was a full pitch over the waist there, Sid.
Yes, a full pitch, no ball. I think Badrin thinks that she should have put that away as well.
Yeah, she got, I think, overly excited in seeing that and just missed out.
Missed out on a great opportunity there.
And now here comes the free hit. Here's Warner around the wicket again. Bad delivery. Hoiked away again, not getting hold of that one, Paul. Think she should have done a lot better with that there, Sid.
I think so. I think she need to compose a bit. She rushed that shot a bit. I think she eyes lit up with that short delivery.
Yeah, so 2 bad deliveries that could have been really dealt with. Both openers guilty of not dealing with it. Now, this is pitched up. She could have been in trouble. It clears mid off. And they're going to come back for 2. That was pitched up. And Raju decided that she was going to go down the ground with it. And was just able to clear mid off.
No, this is pitched up. She could have been in trouble. It clears mid off.
Full pitch delivery driven pleasantly down to cover. That's one. So Raju looking a little more comfortable now. This is early days, just the third over. And your thoughts on Shiv Chandapal being appointed head coach of the US team?
I think it's a great move for Shiv. Accomplished player. I think his experience could do very well for them for his new role.
Yeah, over 20 years international cricket. Easy single.
That's his. When you can hit the bad balls, you try to get your single and rotate the strike.
I'll tell you one thing though. These openers, they have looked really unfussed. They haven't been able to take advantage of some of the loose bowling, but in the main, they have been comfortable. Let's see how Raju deals now with Warner, who has been, to be honest, a bit around the shop. Full toss this time, gets away again. I think here the Leeward Islands could be up for, could be facing a huge target if they continue like this.
I think so. I think they need to try to get some early wickets. And that's a beauty. Great ball.
That's a good delivery. Squaring up Paul. It goes down to third man. You know, I've been looking at Claxton, and I think there's so much potential with her.
She's getting the ball to do a bit.
Yes.
And is getting a better lift, bounce. And that's continue working. She could be a very dangerous fast bowler.
Yeah, and this is the platform for it. This is where she can showcase her talent to move on to the other level, which is the senior level at the West Indies level. And I think there is obvious potential to work with. I like what I see with Claxton. Just the one bad delivery in the first over that went for 5 wides, but other than that,
she's getting the ball to do a bit.
Yeah, and that was evident just now. She did get the ball to move away from the left-handed Paul, who adjusted nicely. That's a good delivery again. Quick single taken, and there's a chance for a run out, but the ball fell out of her hands, and she took the bail off without the ball being in her hand. So, not bad though.
That was a risky run, I think.
Yeah, it was struck well to the field at mid-on. At mid-wicket. And they took a chance by rushing through. But again, the pressure being felt by the Leeward Islands. And you put fielders under pressure, they do make mistakes at times. Here's Claxton again. Oh, that's driven beautifully through the offside.
That's 4 runs.
Yep. Full toss.
Full toss.
Rare bad delivery from Claxton.
That's a lovely shot.
Commentators cursed Sid Gray. We were just speaking so highly of her. She decided to bowl a full toss.
He's commentator cursed, but entitled to one bad ball up over. But at this age, you will normally get that.
I don't think back in your playing days with Tobago, your skipper would have been happy with you bowling a bad ball. Who was your captain back then?
Maybe I was the captain at the time.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Good delivery again. Belated appeal, not out, says the umpire.
When Clarkson put the ball at the right spot, they're having a lot of trouble with her.
Yes, you're seeing that. Driving, beautiful.
And that's what I'm saying. Every time she put that ball just at the right spot, just outside the off stump, she's giving them a lot of trouble. And she needs to continue on that spot. And luck might strike.
Yeah, you know, she needs to give herself the opportunity to get the wickets and putting it in the right space. Yeah, Axton. So I'm a bit too short. And this may run into the boundary. No?
Great save.
Lovely bit of footwork. That would make Sid Gray happy.
Great footwork.
I think she could have probably made the national football team with that bit of footwork down there, Sid Gray.
I wouldn't say that much, but it's great footwork. But
so it's the end of the over, the end of over number 4, 31 without loss. We take a short break. We'll be right back. .31 without losses. A bowling change at the fire, and Anthony's going to come in. Let's see what Anthony brings to the table. I thought that Warner really didn't perform that well in the early exchanges. Anthony starts with a wide.
Anthony just needs to concentrate, get it a bit closer.
32 without loss. Much better. Much better by Anthony.
Closer. And that's ball is just pitched closer to the batsman. I think she tries to play a cut shot with what was not there. It was a bit too close to her.
Yeah, too close for that shot. Oh, that's a good delivery. That one came back and it's going to go for 4. But such is cricket. It could be a cruel game at times. That was a lovely delivery there by Anthony. Came back in and beating Passad as well as the wicketkeeper down to the boundary for 4.
Oh, that's a great ball. She was beaten all over the place.
That one came back in sharply.
Well, and she seems to get a bit of bounce as well.
In the air, just wide of Anthony is going to go into the boundary for 4. Bit short though, but you spoke of that extra bounce that she's getting. But if you look at her, she has a nice high action. So she comes down from great height, and that'll assist her in getting the bounce.
She's very powerful on the shoulders. You could see that. Yes. So she's getting the lift from the pitch.
She's bowling off her shoulders. No big run up. Let's see how Passad responds now. Much better. Much better. So far we've seen 2 overs from Warner, 2 from Claxton. This is Anthony bowling the 5th over. And after this, that'll be the end of the power play. This is in the air again. Able to get a single. A bit too short.
Short. She's looking for the lift, for the bounce.
I think the Leeward Islands Cricket Association have been working very hard over the last couple of years. Leewards was always a force to be reckoned with, to be reckoned with in regional cricket in the days of Sir Viv, Sir Andy, Sir Kirtley, Sir Richie.
Sir Richie.
And Ralston Otto, Hamish Anthony, some of the guys, Ridley Jacobs, who would have come through that system in the Leeward Islands. They were very powerful. Anthony Merrick, Winston Benjamin.
And Kenneth Benjamin.
Yep, Kenneth Benjamin. Good delivery. Beautiful delivery. Angling across the left-hander. Paul didn't know too much about that.
She didn't. And it seems once they put it at the right spot, it seems to give them a bit of trouble.
Yeah, early on we were remarking that they were looking on first. Look at that. A
Oh,
beautiful delivery. Touching down and
moving
leaving.
on.
Yep. I like the look of Anthony as well. At the end of 5, USA pegged back a bit now. They're 41 without loss. So it seems as if, is it Warner who's going to come back? Walsh? Hodge. Don't know if there's any relation to Kaveem Hodge. Also from the Leeward Islands. So Clarkson held back for 2 more, probably towards the end. I'm excited to see Anthony's second over as well. She looked very capable of getting a wicket. And an update from Diego Martin. They're saying that the covers are now off. So probably we'll get some action there pretty soon.
Oh, great delivery. Great Yorker.
Yep.
Start off pretty well. No ball. It will be a free hit. Overstepping.
Outside the off stump in the air. That's the first wicket, is it?
No, that's a free hit.
The free hit.
that's a great shot with great feeling there. And that's a great ball by Hutch as well. But played down to mid on for one. Oh, that's a great ball by Hutch again. Just outside the off stump. Beating Passad. That's a lovely shot. Pull away through the mid wicket region for 4 runs by Passad. That one was a short ball by Hodge. A lovely shot through the square leg region. She was a bit short there. Back onto the back foot through mid wicket for 4. And that's a full toss away for 4 runs. And as well as a no ball, the ball was too high through the mid wicket region for 4. Ball over the waist, put away brilliantly by Passad for 4 runs. And that's 5 more adding on to the score. We move on from 53 without loss.
Hodge again. Just not carrying to the fielder.
And that's 1 more add on to the total. And that is 54 without loss in the 6th over.
End of the power play. 54 without loss. We take a short break. We'll be right back.
Anthony back on first ball, second over, great line.
Leewards.
And that's a great ball again by Anthony. Just short of a length.
Still nothing?
And that's a great line again by Anthony. A bit of misfeeling there by Leeward Islands. Daly. Shoot for 2 runs by Prasad. Move on to 22. And that's a big shot there by Prasad. And get 2 runs for that one.
So again, Anthony has been good. Wait to see. She out of all of the bowlers, said she has looked the one most likely to take a wicket.
Yeah, she's bowling at a good line.
Worked away this time, down behind square. Immediately as Sid Gray says that, she strays in her line down the leg side. And they're going to come back for 2.
I think she's a bit unlucky, but that's the nature of the game.
Yeah, she needs to just stick with it. Just bowl well.
Great.
Again, you can see that one hanging in the air, swinging, out swinging in the air. And
I think that was a great over by Anthony as well.
yeah, 2 overs, none for 12 at the end of 760 without loss. I think the Leewards are looking to peg back the scoring rate, but I think what they will want more importantly is a wicket. And Anthony's enjoying herself. She seems to like that song that is playing in the background.
And once you are enjoying the game, that is very good.
So it's 60 without loss.
Let's see what Hodge will do in this over. She had a rough first over. Oh,
Good attempt. Though. There's a chance to run out, and Anthony was too strong for the wicket keeper there.
2 chances. Great try. What I think in and out.
It would have been a fantastic catch had it been taken.
And then they missed the run out as well.
So I think it's safe to say the luck is not with the Leewards.
No. I think it seems to be a very harsh day for them.
In the air, punched away.
That's 4 runs.
Anthony just couldn't pull it down and into the boundary for 4. Let's have a look.
Full toss. And she hit it straight over mid-off. Just over the hands of Anthony.
Bad delivery there by Hodge.
Ball was deserved to be put away.
Oh, that's a lovely shot for 4.
4 more.
I think that's a shot of the day.
That's a great shot.
Paul.
From Paul. Great shot through the square leg region. I think Hodge is having a bad day today.
Yeah, the line all wrong on that occasion. It was also short, but give credit to Paul. She swiveled nicely and quickly into position to get that away for a boundary. So Paul is on 26 of 21. Prasad is on 26 of 27. Much better. Met with a nice straight bat as well. The USA women team has really impressed all who have seen them in this tournament.
I think they're having a great development program right now.
And having Shiv Chandapal there would help a lot. Ken Short, pulled away, 4 more.
4 more. Anything just short of a length, Paul is latching onto it. A bit too short. Great shot through the mid-wicket region. And that's a great,
better
line. And that's the line she should be bowling.
Well, she got punished for being on the leg side.
And that's the end of the over. 72 without loss. Paul is on 30. Prasad is on 26. Total 71 without loss in 7 overs.
Let's quickly run through the scorecard. Paul not out on 30 so far of 24. Prasad is on 26 of 27. We've had 15 extras in this tournament. We've had a lot of extras. So the total is 71 without loss. Just have a look at the bowling. Change of bowling from the far end. So Anthony's off after 2. I would have continued with Anthony because she looked the most likely to get a wicket.
Harry Lal.
So it's going to be Harry Lal from the Leeward Islands taking up the attack from the far end.
Left arm.
Yep, left arm orthodox. Wide. Driving and a bad bit of fielding there at mid-off. It goes for 4. That's bad.
I think she was going for the catch, but she just couldn't make it. But that was 4 runs. Drop in front of her, turn away. 4 runs. That's a bit of inexperience there.
I guess the backspin did her on that occasion. See what Harry Lal comes up with now. In the air, she fell over in hitting that.
That's 4 more.
Yeah, 1 bounce into the boundary.
They are going after Harry Lal now. They are stepping up the pace here. Prasad is stepping up the pace.
Yeah, she fell over, but she was able to still get it. A little bit again, that might have gone for 6.
Yes, that's 35 for Prasad.
So the game between Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica, the good news is that it has finally started, but it's an 11-over affair. Here's Harry Lal at the Lara Cricket Academy. And that's a better attempt there by Claxton, using the long barrier to stop that. We're changing a bit here at the Lara Cricket Academy.
As the clouds is coming over.
Short punched away, misfield again.
I think a bit of slop.
Chance for out, she's run out. Well, against the run of play. Prasad goes, she has to leave. They were thinking about two. Look at it. There came the return. Prasad came out of a crease whilst the ball was in the air, and the wicketkeeper collecting, and she had no time to get to the stumps. Good bit of work. So that's the wicket. It has come via a run out. Prasad has to leave.
I think it was a bit 35. I think it was a bit of sloppy running by the batsman.
Yeah, well, she looked at the funny thing is that Prasad looked at the fielder, saw when she fired in the return, and still came out of her crease. But where was she going?
I think that should have been 2 runs, because the way they run the first one that slow, that she was not looking for the second one. Then she realized that they could have got to and take off, and was run out subsequently.
So a run out gives the Leeward Islands their first wicket. It's the 82 now for 1. The Leewards have not been all that smart on the field today, but they were able to effect that run out. Let's see if that could help reduce the scoring rate. End of the over by Harry Lal, an over that cost 11. And at the end of over number 9, the score is now 83 for 1.
Brown with a good start just outside the off stump.
The new batter is Patwaran. So Brown has a pretty long run up. Cut away nicely down by Paul. Runs here. They should take 1. And they're going to come back for 2 belatedly.
That's great running.
Again, good line.
Good line
adopted there.
Great feeling as well. A good quick single as well. That's great cricket.
Yep. So we're approaching the halfway stage. You can see umpire Donna there, always in charge. Did a wonderful job across in Tobago at the Sid Gray Stadium when she officiated in the Tobago T10. Oh, very good delivery there. Very good delivery by Brown, just pitching back of a length, so it prevented Patwadan from coming forward to drive. Patwadan being the new batter out there, and you can see Brown, good athlete. The start of a run-up. She's just building her momentum as she goes through the front crease.
And that's a great line as well.
Yep, not looking bad at all.
Just outside the off stump. I think that was a good start to our over.
The Leewards, they have some good pacers to work with. You have Anthony, you have Brown, Claxton.
And Leewards always produce good fast bowlers, so I think that is a good idea. Good to follow. The Leewards had the likes of Kirtley Ambrose,
Andy Roberts, Winston Benjamin, Kenneth Benjamin, Eldine Baptiste, Anthony Merrick. It's the end of the over. At the halfway stage, we take a short break. The US, they're 87 for 1, batting first against the Leewards.
And we're back on here. Harry. Paul moves on to 34. And that's a wide. Four more runs to Paul here. But Harila short of a length. As you're just short of a length, she's back onto back foot in a flash. Great shot through mid wicket.
Yeah, all she had to do was to pick a spot there. Harila has said I was saying too short. And Paul has been in there for quite a while, so it was easy for her to deal with. It's Harila now, round the wicket. Punched and punch well.
And that will be four more through the covers. For four more. She's onto her back foot in a flash. Cannot be shorter to Paul.
Yeah, she's showing that she's very good at adapting, both on the on and on the off. Previous delivery was pulled through mid-on into the boundary, and that one was short and wide and cut away. So Harry Lala has been too short.
Paul moves on to 42.
Patwadan has been a mere spectator at the other end. That's a better delivery.
Just play through the covers for one. Move on to 43.
Cut and cut nicely. Oh, this one, not overhitting that one there was
Patwadan. Put back Paul onto the strike. She's striking the ball very nicely. They're just rotating the strike right now. One more.
So that's 100. 100 up there for the US. USA women, they're 100 for one. Bringing that up in the 11th over, Sid, and that's a great performance.
That's great performance.
$100 for one at the end of 11 overs. So it's going to be our friend Brown who's going to continue from the media center end. She has been good, but Paul has been even better on 44. good delivery, but ball is coming forward nicely.
And just
Driving, opening the face down to the backward point.
ball is just striking the ball beautiful.
Yeah.
She's looking very comfortable.
She has looked so from early on. Had some anxious moments though against Anthony.
Yes.
Other than that, she has been good.
That's a wide.
Gone very close to the guideline. Could have gone either way.
And that's a wide as well.
Yeah, well, that was further away from the batsman.
I think she's trying to bowl the ball, keep it away from the batsman.
Yeah, I think she's looking to go full and wide.
Full and
That's
wide.
the idea. Take the onside away from the play. On the onside, there is a mid-on. Short backward square. Deep backward square on the boundary.
Deep mid wicket.
Deep mid-wicket.
And that's a better line.
Again, the wicketkeeper hasn't had the best of these. Not collecting cleanly. So that's coming closer to the batsman on that occasion.
Oh, that's a beauty. Once that ball plays right between on that fourth stump, they're having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they need to strive to keep it at that line. Again.
And that was a nice carry through too. Nice bounce.
Good delivery. Patwadan. Pete Noel ends up. Driving, edging down to the boundary
for four. A bit of luck there. Just outside the off stump.
Yeah. Again, that is where she wants it.
That's the line.
Fortuitous, the boundary, but that is where she wants it. And it's the end of the over. At the end of it, it's 107 for 1. That's the latest score at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. Or is it a delivery to go? Yeah, still a delivery to go. 2 deliveries as a matter of fact. Brown spoiling her figures there, but it was a good delivery that found the edge.
And that's the nature of the game. Oh, great line as well.
So the way the Leewards are going here, they could be chasing upwards of 200.
I think so, because I think the USA will try to step it up a bit. Going at 9.13 per over.
So 180 to 200 is on the cards here.
And that's the end of the over.
So at the end of 11, it's 107 for the loss of 1. Are we allowed to continue from the fire end? 2 overs, 24 runs. That one outside the off stump.
That's a good line there by Harry Lal. Punching the offside for 1. Paul is on 45. Patuadan on 9. Paul is on strike. 5 runs away from a 50.
Back. Cutting well.
Great stop. Think she'll get 2 there.
So she inches closer to that half century. 111. Nelson now for 1. And Paul goes on to 47. Umpire's having a word with them. I think she wants to change her bat.
That's a wide.
Ireland has been expensive.
And now they get the single.
Overthrows
Overthrow
here.
here.
Bit of work. Just one though.
Arilal. Getting a figure spoil a bit more. By sloppy feeling. That's a wide there. Harilal needs to keep it much tighter.
I was surprised that Harilal was given a third over.
That's a better line.
Much better delivery.
But still, single, move on. Patwadan, move on to 10. On Delve to go. Harilal. Paul on 48. And this will be a single. Move on to 49.
So it's the end of that over. At the end of it, it's 117 for the loss of 1. So 13 overs go on. 116 for 1. Paul, 1 short of a half century, and she's on strike now.
New bowler. And that's a 50.
That's the half century. That's a popular half century. You can hear the noise from the dugout below. She goes back for 2. 51 of 38 deliveries. And she acknowledges her teammates. Good knock there by Paul.
I think she has played some beautiful shots for her 51.
Is it Pollock? Pluck, in fact.
Pluck.
So Pluck.
Strange name.
Yeah, it's a strange name. She'll be looking to pluck one of these wickets. Ooh,
That's a wide.
very wide delivery. Must have slipped from her hands.
And that's one that seems to be off the pitch.
Good take by the wicket keeper. Pull away.
That's 4 more through the mid wicket for 4. Anything slightly short, she's latching onto it.
I think now, as you can see here from this replay, short, she was back and her bat speed was also very quick indeed. That was the key. Getting it away into the boundary. She's going to open up here now.
I think you cannot bowl short to Paul. Slightly short, she's onto it like a bullet.
Let's block again. Short again, down the leg side, pulled away.
For
1
4
bounce
more.
for 4. Short delivery, and Paul is on the move now. Look at that. She opened up nicely to access the onside to make it very easy to get the ball away. A lovely shot from Paul. Paul is really impressing here, Sid.
Yes, she's doing very well here. But I think the fielder, she came in a bit too fast. It could have been a easy chance if she was back on the boundary line.
Yeah, she was a quarter of the way in, 3/4 of the way back. Yes, block again. Wide. Block is struggling here. I can't understand the bowling changes by the Leewards. It's as if they just want to give everyone a chance. Because you have Claxton that you could have brought back. You have Anthony you could have also brought back. They have 4 overs with them to go. We may see them in the back end. But then again, you're looking at Brown, who was bowling well. And you took Brown out of the attack to put in Pluck. That's a full pitch delivery. Let's look at the umpire. So no ball signal. Strange decision, is it?
Very strange. That's 6.2 overs to go.
Even with Harry Lal.
Yes.
I was very surprised Harry Lal got a 3rd over. She has now bowled 3 overs, none for 32.
Oh, that's
wide.
wide.
Another wide. So Pluck definitely has some work to do. Let's look at the bowling. Warner, none for 16 and 2. So Warner could have come back. Claxton, none for 14. She has been good. Anthony, none for 12. Hodge, as well, none for 12. So there are so many bowling options.
And that's when it flicks off the pads.
Pluck is appealing for a leg before. That would have missed 2 sets of stumps.
That will be 2 runs. 2 more leg buys. 132 for 1.
One delivery to go in. Pluck's over.
Cut away. Point region for 1.
So Pluck goes for 15 in her over. I don't think we'll be seeing her pretty soon again. And it's the end of 14, 132 for 1. The United States here really stepping on the gas. One, two, 3, 4, 6. I can understand. Huh? Yeah.
Harry Lal is back on.
Driven. That's
Bit
one
of
more.
fish.
So Harry Lal comes back into strike and it comes back into bowl here, Sid. I continue to be puzzled.
I'm a bit puzzled as well. Because you have 6 more overs and you have your three of your top bowlers with 2 overs to spare each.
You have
Those
Claxton, you have Brown, you have Warner. Better delivery. That's a misfield, so a poor bit of fielding. I think the US girls are tiring now, and she's outrun out, I think. Not out, says the umpire. Well.
I would like to see that replay.
I think Paul is very, very tired. There it was. There was a misfield. She then threw to the wicketkeeper. The ball was coming.
I think she was out.
Well, I think what happened, I think if we can see that replay one more time, I think it's possible that the ball missed the stumps and the wicketkeeper probably hit it with her gloves. $135 for 1.
Great piece of feeling there.
So let's have a look again. So there's ball coming down. Let's look at the ball. Yeah, the ball missed the stumps and the wicketkeeper struck it with her glove. She missed the ball. She was trying to gather the ball and she ended up missing it. But you can see Paul tiring a bit now.
It's been a humid day.
She has batted well. 44 deliveries she has been
63
in there for.
and a better line.
A best for last. Well. Just 4 runs and Harry Lal's over. And at the end of 15, it's 137
4
for
overs to 36, a bit very expensive.
It's going to be Hodge. 2 overs for 25. I don't know if
Sloppy.
Claxton has an injury. I continue to be puzzled here. Hodge has bowled 2 overs for 25. Warner has bowled her 2 overs for 14. Claxton 2 overs for 14. And our good friend Anthony 2 overs for 12. Probably Anthony may come from the other end. Hodge has bowled 2 overs for 25. I think the Leewards have made some strange bowling changes that is not helping their cause.
And that's 4 runs. That's some great shot by Paul there. Punch straight back to mid-off.
Well, in the hitting zone, so to speak. Too close to Paul. Too close for comfort. He just came forward and cracked it down the ground. Nice high back lift where she generated a lot of power. And that's down the ground. Oh, that's a full pitch delivery.
And that's 4 more.
Into the boundary for 4. Paul is on fire here. I am surprised that has not been called a no ball though. Let's have a look. Yeah, that was way above the waist.
Seems to be above the waist.
So an error by umpire Kashif Sandy.
I think the square leg should have pointed that out.
Yes, the square leg should have pointed that out to the standing umpire. So Hodge gets away with that. Lovely stop there at mid-off. And the ball goes to the ground. Paul is on 72 here, Sid. You think she has enough time to go on to 100?
Yes, she has. I think she can make 100 today if she continue at that rate.
Backing away, punching it square, runs here. They're going to go back for 2.
2. It seems very expensive. None for 37. With 1 ball to spare.
Yep.
And that's a wide. I'm just really struggling here with a line and a length.
Oh, that's a lovely shot and well fielded. Brilliant bit of fielding on the onside, just forward of square. Brings you over to an end. At the end of 16, we take a short break. The score at the moment, the USA winning the toss and batting first, 151 for 1.
Yes, yes. No, hurry long.
So one more. Yeah.
Bring Paul on
Warner
the
from
strike.
the far end. Remember, we want to open the bowling from that end. Paul is on 72.
And that's so wide. Oh,
Straight down the
bang.
ground, not being able to stop that. Anthony comes across. Paul is now on to 73.
I think Paul seems to be tired in a bit now. Maybe the heat is getting to her.
Yes, it's a bit humid out there.
Bit of misfeeling there.
Bad bit of misfielding. Harry Lal
Just-
gives
just-
chase and they're going to go back for 2. Patwadan seems to be a good player as well.
But what then seems Paul is much more powerful. Seems to striking the ball a bit more harder than Patwadan. That's a great shot. Just punch to the onside for 1.
So the US will be aiming to get up to around 180 from this position. By a board. That's ensuring that all is in place. Candice Laborde. Not bad by Warner here.
Donna is keeping it a bit tight. One more ball to finish the over. And that's a dot ball.
So it's the end of Warner's third over,
third
none for
over.
22.
In the 17th over.
157 for 1.
3 more overs to go. ball. That's Hodge. Claxton back on strike. That's a great ball by Claxton. Have Paul on strike now. And that's 4 more runs by Paul. Onto the slip area. Move on to 77.
It's good batting here by Paul. Excellent. And she's a big girl. Strong. And gets a lot of her power from that high back lift. It is again carving this one down the ground. This should go for 4. One bounce. A little bit again. That would have gone for 6.
So move on to 85. 81. That's a single onto Paul. I think she's trying to open up her hands now. 3 more overs to go. 2.4, 2.2. 2 more ball in the over. And that's
right back, and that's the court and ball chance taken. And Patwadan, after batting so well, goes for 22 of 23. The Leeward Islands taking their second wicket in over number 18. Pitched up, Patwadan looking to drive down the ground. The bat face closing on it, but not soon enough. So it stays in the air. Patwadan has to go. It's 168 for 2.
That's a good piece of bowling by Claxton. See the clouds is coming across the field, and the rain is down. I think the covers is coming on right now.
Yeah, covers are going to come on. The rain coming from nowhere. And with 2 overs and a ball to go, Paul, let's hope she's not denied a century and that they can come back out and finish the innings. 82 not out of 54 balls. That's the latest here at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. We'll be back shortly. So we're back here at the Lara Cricket Academy with the news that the sun is shining brightly once again. The United States innings cut short, 2 overs and a ball at 169, and that is now the score that the Leewards will have to chase. 169, 168 is the par score, 169 to win, and information coming from match officials is that the game has now been reduced to 16 overs. So the Leeward Islands will have to get 169 in 16 overs to win this game. And this is the first over. As I say, good afternoon once again to Sid Gray. Good afternoon, Sid.
Good afternoon.
169, 16 overs makes it even more difficult for the Leeward Islands.
Very much. They have to try to get off to a fast start here. And with this kind of bowling from the USA, I think it will be very difficult for them today.
So it's going to be Aras who's taking up the attack from the media center end. I like her approach to the wicket. A wide signal there by umpire Laborde. So Aras just getting into her work. She has impressed in this tournament so far. Yesterday in the washout game, she got 3 wickets. She was on a hat trick. She got 2 wickets and 2 balls. Again, she's getting the ball to shape away, but she's starting too wide.
Yeah, she needs to get it closer to the batsman to get it to nip away. Nice pace, nice bounce.
And we will look at her action once again as she gets into her delivery stride. She turns her body into the perfect classical side-on position. And she gets very close to the umpire. Once she gets very close to the umpire, she's going to get the ball to tail away. Look at it. Again, well bowled this time. Aras seems to be very fit as well.
And that is important to be a fast bowler. You must be fit, tall, strapped, young lady.
Very strong. And this time struck outside the line of the off stump. It's going to go down to third man. And that's all they'll get. Let's wait on umpire Laborde. She taps that left leg ever so gently. So here's Aras running away from us. This one tails in the air. So she's showing great variety here.
I think they will need to try to at least rotate the strike as much as possible. Excellent
point. In the absence of the big shots, they need to rotate the strike. You can't have Aras bowling here to Daly and looking to work out Daly. When you get a single, you change up the strike. You change up the strikers, gives the bowler something else to work at, another proposition. The end of a good over there from Aras at the end of 1. 4 without loss. More thoughts from the former Soca Warriors defender Sid Gray. Thanks a lot to Sid Gray for the coffee that he brought from Roxborough. All the way from Roxborough. So the United States opening with spin from the far end here, Sid.
Well, new strategy.
And right on spot.
What?
So Warner, the opening fast bowler, is also the opening batter.
We'll see if she will get some turn here with this new ball, or will get the drift.
And I think she will get some drift. There is a strong wind blowing across the ground. Yeah.
with this new ball, you mightn't get no turns, but you might get some bounce and drift.
Going for the quicker delivery on that occasion. Pulling it down, signal wide. Where did that rain come from just now, Sid? Unbelievable.
Just out of the blues.
Now, the Leeward Islands' performance here could hurt both Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana, because the United States could end up with a massive victory if they don't respond well. And she's bold. That one, Sid Gray spoke about the drift earlier on. That one drift in the air. She gave it a lot of air, a lot of time to drift, and it drift in. Look at where it started. It started outside leg stump and drifted back, crashed into the timbers. And that's the first wicket. I was making the point, Sid, that this tournament will be decided after the round robin basis. There's no knockout. Whoever has the most points and the best net run rate at the end of the round robin phase takes the title. If the Leewards forced a crushing defeat here, and given the fact that Trinidad and Tobago's game was washed out this morning, as we go on to the next few days, this could hurt both Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, it could hurt Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago, but remember, the USA have Trinidad and Tobago to play as well.
I think that's the match of the tournament.
And I think that might be the match of the tournament.
And Sid Gray is making a call, a clarion call to Trinidad and Tobago. He would like 15,000 people here at the Lara Stadium for that game.
Let's get the oval filled.
Yes. What's it like playing in front of a packed stadium? What was it like playing against Bahrain at the National Stadium in that game?
Playing at a packed stadium, the adrenaline keeps rush. You know, it gives you the at home. It gives you it comes out the 13th man.
Yes,
I have to say 13th man because it seems like there will be 2 extra.
Just throw your mind back to that Bahrain game at the Hazy Crawford Stadium.
It was a special moment, know that we needed to at least keep a draw or, win to move on to Bahrain the next game and just get a win, to qualify. And, it was just, we was well prepared from our standpoint and ready for the game.
Of course, and Hazy Crawford Stadium was packed to the rafters.
And that's where we need to get back the crowd into the stadiums.
Yeah. So it's Gonzalez striking. That's a good shot. Down to deep mid wicket. This is what you want to see. Brave batting, especially in the power play. And our good friend Claxton, who I thought should have been used a lot more with the ball in the USA innings. She comes in at number 3 to replace fellow fast bowler Warner, who opened the batting. So it's the end of the second over. The score is 9-1. It seems as if Aras is going to go round the wicket to the left-hander.
Aras, and this is a wide ball. I think Aras is straying a bit today.
Should want to tighten up on that.
It's not in the nature to be that wayward. Better line.
Well, yesterday she bowled from the southern end, where she got those 3 wickets. Today she's coming from the media center end or the northern end. But there's obvious talent here on display from Aras. That one takes the edge down to third man.
And that was a much better line. Keeping them.
I just say good afternoon to our cameraman Machu Rajaram, doing great work. Oh, that's a good delivery. Good delivery. Again, Sid Gray has been calling for that fourth stump line as well. Look at it. Just outside the off stump. Not much you can do with that. Some deliveries are too good for the batsman to edge.
And when it is too good, that the greatest batsman in the world will not even touch it.
Oh, that one swings back in.
She's getting the ball to do in and straight in as well.
Excellent delivery. Right on spot here.
Right onto the stumps.
Brilliant. This is brilliant. Good work by Aras. Bowling on that fourth stump. Look at it again.
Just outside the off stump.
I think the Leewards pacers could learn a lot by looking at Aras. She's completed her second over. None for 6.
Leeward Island are struggling here. It's a slow start. 11 for 1 after 3.
Gonzalez is going to continue from the far end, the southern end. Good delivery by Gonzalez. Dipping. This United States team looks a well-oiled unit.
Very well organized. Seems to know what they are doing.
Augurs well for the sports in America. As you know, Sid Gray, cricket is growing rapidly in America.
And that's a good idea, and that's very good for the game to know that we are expanding in the game of cricket around the world.
Yeah. And 2 of the favorite sons of the soil in Roxborough, yourself and Navin Stewart. Sid Gray for football, Navin Stewart in cricket. And Navin Stewart has been spending a lot of time in the United States playing cricket. As a matter of fact, he was offered to come back home recently for the Dream 11 and refused. He wanted to focus on America's cricket.
Well, every man's supposed to make his decision.
Yep.
That benefits him.
I'll tell you something. Once cricket, and you would know this, once cricket catches on in a place like America, there is really tremendous growth to come. Because Americans love fast-paced sports, and the T10 and T20 fits
perfectly into
them. And then, of course, a lot of revenue would then be expended into the sport.
It would be much better fortune for the West Indies, for the world of cricket, you know, the Caribbean. I think cricket has really started to take off there.
So it's the end of a good over from Gonzalez at the end of 4. The Leeward Islands chasing 169. They're 12 for 1. We take a short break. bare patches over here. It's going to be Aras again. Another good delivery.
Aras into our third over.
I think the key with Aras here, she seems to be fit. She's rushing back to her bowling mark.
And that is good. Doesn't give the batsman much time to think.
Yep. This is worked away behind square, and they're going to come back for two, the Leeward Islands.
And that's great running.
Excellent running. It was Daly who saw the opportunity and decided to go back for two. Excellent delivery. Right up.
Right into the block hole.
Yep. And look at her. Quickly going back to her mark.
Like she's in a hurry. She needs to get back to the hotel for something.
Excellent. On spot.
That's brilliant bowling here by Aras.
I think Aras has very far to reach in this sport.
With that great attitude of hers.
Mm-hmm.
Wide.
You can see Aras making the effort ball there, looking to put some extra into that and dragging it wide.
That is where she needs to be more careful when she's trying to bowl a bit too fast. A surprise ball. And she's back at it again. Great line.
So one delivery to go in this over. She'll want to pick up a wicket. Oh, that's an excellent delivery.
Too good to play.
End of the over. Another fine over there from Aras.
That's a lovely ball.
And at the end of 3 overs, she has taken none for 9. But at the end of 5, the Leeward Islands, they need to start making a move here now. Say they're 15 for 1.
And the run rate is climbing at 14 runs per over.
So just looking at Aras and Gonzalez, of the 30 deliveries they have delivered, 26 have been unscored off.
But I think the USA is trying to get in enough overs just in case to win this game with the Duckwood.
Yeah, you're quite right. You're quite right. That's an excellent point. I did not think about that when she was moving so quickly. I realized that. And it could be the reason they decided to open with spin at the other end as well.
Yes.
To at least get a game in. Now, as we speak, there is a game in. 5 overs have been completed. So in the event that the heavens open, I think they'll be well and truly leaving here with a victory. Good point, Sid Gray. I guess that is why we have you here.
2 heads is better than 1.
Yes. So now with 5 overs done, they can go back to the faster bowler at the other end. And that's Vagila. Good thinking by Shiv Chandapal and the management of the United States team.
You see, this is when you have an excellent, smart thinking coach.
Man with experience.
Man with experience, you think ahead.
Yeah, over 20 years international experience coming from Shiv Chandapal.
Vagila is bowling a tight line here.
Well, Claxton and Daly, they don't seem to be in a hurry. Claxton 2 of 15, Daly 3 of 13. You know, I'm looking at the situation out there, Sid, and it just seems as if these girls, they just want to survive.
And it seems so to me.
Oh, that's an excellent delivery. That swung back.
Nip back very sharply.
Yep. Struck Claxton on the hand. One hopes she's okay. She has a very low stance. She's crouching. And there was Vagila getting that delivery to come back in. Wow. Excellent delivery. This one holds its line, and it's the end of the over. It is getting dark here at the Lara Cricket Academy. At the end of the power play, we take a short break with the score. The Leeward Islands 15 for 1, chasing 169. So, more piece in the form of Kodali.
And Koladi's on.
Well, she seems to have just picked up where Aras left off.
Yes. And they're hitting the spots, the right areas.
Well, just before they went out there, Shiv Chandapal, the coach, had them bowling in that corridor of uncertainty. He placed some cones out there and had them bowling at that fourth stump. He himself was standing in front of the stumps. Again, good lift by Kodali. She has some height.
She's really steaming in here.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this United States team.
Yes. Really running in hard here today. Hitting the deck.
Driving over pitch this time, down to backward point. And the Leeward Islands get one. Good throw. Well, the equation reads 153 required in 57 balls.
This game seems to be getting away very rather quickly from the Leeward Islands.
Take something very special now for they to come back.
We're approaching at 16 runs per over. They're struggling to get this ball away from this Leeward Islands batsman.
Claxton is looking to the east where the rain is coming from.
And I see the groundsmen are getting ready. So it seems like the rain is looking like it's going to come from the east. Oh, lovely. And that's a quick over. Just outside the off stump.
Nice angles here.
Yes,
that's brilliant. That will give any batsman problems. End of an exciting first over from Kodali. At the end of 7, it's 16 for 1. Leeward is going at a pedestrian pace at the moment. See Leeward's coach Shiv Chandapal making.
And the rain is down.
Yep.
And the groundsmen and them are on to the field.
So the groundsmen will come on. Shiv Chandapal is at the other end. He's walking calmly. He's from Guyana, so he's accustomed to rain. So it's the end of play for just the moment. There's a rain delay. We should be back shortly. But at the moment, just to tell you, after 7 overs, the Leeward Islands are 16 for 1. They require 153 from the next 9 overs to defeat the United States. We take a short break. We'll be right back.